And welcome once again to another fantastic Minecraft video. My name is Dr. Wasabi. In today's video, we are doing something a bit more special than usual, as of course we are in a completely different location than, of course, usual. We are in a basalt delta, or more generally, the Nether. And that is for a very special reason, because for the environment that we are going to showcase to be built, we need a sort of gritty, dirty sort of smog that surrounds the entire environment that we're going to build in. But enough smoke and shadows, folks. In today's video, we are going to be recreating the pit from the Pit DLC from Fallout 3 and of course Fallout 76 in an amazing Minecraft showcase. To give myself some creative liberties, I've chosen not to recreate certain locations, instead making a general aesthetic that fits the aesthetic of the pit itself and the general architecture and of course environmental ambience. This project has been burning away for some time now, no pun intended. In between uni work and of course YouTube work and other stuff, I've kind of been adding bits and bobs to this project, just kind of building it up over time until I thought it was at a point where I could faithfully recreate the pit and show it off to you nice folks. I've put a lot of heart and soul into this build, folks, so if you do like what I do, please like this video and subscribe. So enough selling it to you folks, I have provided you with an amazing cinematic showcase, basically showing off everything I have built in this project. So I'm going to show that off to you folks and I hope you like it. So without me blabbering on even more, let's get into the video.
Makes no excuse for being late. Wake up and recognize your fate, my friend. That's the beginning of the end. What he's doing to you, he did to me. But I wasn't lost, so how could I see? You gotta get lost, you gotta beware. Oh, one thing you turn around, you will see.
What a fantastic showcase, folks. Honestly, I'm so relieved I can finally show this off to you. It's been like a few months in the making. I wanted this to be more of an ambience project rather than anything I was like working hard on, because usually when you build something up over time, you know, when it's a labor of love, so to speak, it shows itself in all the right ways, at least in my opinion. Now, for anyone wondering why the map looks so goofy at the moment, this is because we are not in the Fallout texture pack right now. We are in the default texture pack, just to give you folks a look at how it would look like, just without all the smoke and mirrors and all that stuff. But even though we've removed the Fallout texture pack, it still looks and feels like something that's been, you know, destroyed and ripped apart, with that sort of radioactive smog just dissipating through the entire build. Although saying that, the glass itself, because it is more textured in the Fallout texture pack, it does look a bit goofy, I must admit. But enough default shenanigans out of the way, let's get back into a lovely Fallout texture pack to really show off this build for you nice folks. Okay, that is much better. You can really start to see the tonal shift in the build itself when we kind of switch into the Fallout texture pack. The change of the fog, the more dark, gritty nature of the texturing. It's a really nice texture pack in my opinion. One that a lot of people don't use, rightly so in my opinion. A lot of the blocks are more situated to the Fallout style, which is very niche when you get into the larger realm of building as a whole. But to start the build off, we have this amazing collapsed tunnel. Now, the main environmental touch notes I wanted to express in this was the sheer industrial nature of the pit itself. You'll see in the thumbnail, there's these wonderful sort of industrial smokestacks that really sort of set the stage as this place has an industrial steel mill and what have you. So I wanted it to be a nice mix between downtown-esque vibes, but as well as that, some more industrial architecture, which really links back to Pittsburgh's industrial past. With that, we had a great time using the blocks of iron, the brown wool, and of course the orange wool to make a wonderful sort of color palette we wanted to use in terms of everything that was metal. More stone and brick types had their own sort of color contrasts and block contrasts, and not to mention the texture contrasts as well. So in things like the diner, they had a slightly different contrast because it was sort of a block roof material, so to speak. And of course, with that, we have an edition of the Fallout 76 pit tram. This was actually a tutorial I made quite successfully, I might add, of this magnificent piece of industrial engineering. So if we go inside here, we have a rather grim sight, some people who didn't survive the bombs. The pit in general is just this wasteland. It's essentially the worst that the wasteland can offer, and that is including the glowing sea. It's just enough that the buildings are just completely leveled, but it's not enough so people can't survive here. If you play the pit either in Fallout 3 or Fallout 76 for expeditions, the people here can be quite challenging to fight off. That I can at least say with some experience. Now, with the interiors, I wanted there to be some interiors to look at when you're sort of flying around in the cinematic, but when it comes to Fallout, a lot of these buildings would have just been bombed out in general, so I didn't try to focus too much in the interiors themselves. Now, of course, we do have some shattered buildings over here. You know, the front of them have been completely stripped off through age or, you know, the shockwave, so you do see some of the offices and stuff like that. But in terms of interiors, I have chosen to keep it to a minimum, focusing rather on the exterior textures, mounting to a more collective relief in terms of the pit ambience and general environment. And last but not least, the cars. The cars! Honestly, I had a complete blast making these rusted out wrecks that you may call a car. Well, it once was a car, but now it is just a metal skeleton of a once glorious machine. Honestly, this was really fun just to sort of make the different models. At first, I kind of based it on the Fallout tutorial cars that I made. For example, this is more the coupe. I think this is the coupe over here. This is another car. I think we've got a rusted out zip over here, like so. But the further I went down, I figured out that I could just essentially make something look like a car. And because it's so rusted out and just radioactive, the metal has sort of melted away, so to speak. So some of the shapes and forms, as long as it looks like a car in general, then we really don't have any problem just filling up these streets with as much burnt out wrecks as we can. And of course, for any Fallout 3 fans, you'd appreciate the burnt out bus at the end of the build itself, where we started the cinematic, and of course the radio turning on to slowly pan out to this destroyed, barren wasteland. And of course, it wouldn't be the pit without some additional barrels of toxic waste for detail. And that has been our video for today, making Fallout 3's and, well, I should say Fallout 76's The Pit in Minecraft. I do hope you enjoyed this video. This was a bit of a passion project for me over the past few months. Just going every now and then, building up some buildings, doing some texturing, not being too intense with the building, just letting it flow and seeing what happens. I'm really glad to say that this turned out a lot better than I expected. Of course, if you do want to see the full build and all the little nitty gritty details, then I will be posting this in Planet Minecraft, so make sure to check that out. My name has been Dr. Wasabi. If you do like what I do, please like this video and subscribe. I bid you a most pleasant good evening, and of course, as always, God bless. And now, folks, it is time to say good night. We sincerely appreciate your viewing and hope we've succeeded in providing you with an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Stay happy and come back again soon. Good night.